I am the Humble Seer.
Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So I'm going to do a past, present, and future on Khloe Kardashian. I'm going to pull a card on her as a young girl, her teen years, her 20s and 30s, her adult life, her future. Then I'll pull a card on her mother and her father, and then her romantic relationships. And I did a reading on the Kardashians, and I think I called it Kris Jenner and the Witch's Brew, something to that effect. But I'm pretty sure Witch's Brew was part of it. And I did another reading on Khloe, and I'll include those as end videos on this video here. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start pulling the cards. So this will be her as a young girl. This is her teen years. Okay. This is her current 20s and 30s. And this is her adult life. And that will be her future. She's going to have a lot of health issues. I do know that. Okay, so as a young girl, she has the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is, well, it's about loyalty, compassionate, loving. Khloe seeked love. She needed love to validate her as a person. She needed love. She wanted a Queen of Cups in her life, but she didn't have that in her mother. Her mother was no Queen of Cups. But this is what she wanted. She wanted the compassionate, loving family life. Someone with your best interest. And she just didn't get that. She had a very, well, tough childhood in terms of friendships and just with her siblings. You know, she looked a lot different than her siblings. And that affected her, you know, because people pointed that out to her all the time. And, but her father is, you know, that's the Kardashian father. I don't know what his first name is, but the Kardashian father, that's her real father, and Kris Jenner's her real mother. But that's what she had. That's where she. That's what her young life looks like. It was tough, teasing and taunting and picking on her and snide remarks and things. I mean, she had what she needed, everything that she needed, but she was just a lonely child. Okay, this is her teen years. Judgment. Okay, it's more of the same. It's, you know, the judgment is really, you know, it's about transformation. But judgment for her, you know, it's change of status, life-changing, transformational. And so, you know, you have the cough. And so her father, his life was taken. And her life and her family's life was abruptly changed. It was affected adversely. And so that was a time of great sorrow and pain for her. It was painful. It was a painful time. And also people passed judgment on her. Again, it's just a continuation of her as a young child and how people teased and taunted her and passed judgment on her looks. And that's just something that we can see it manifests in her life now. Like how she is very obsessed with her looks in the worst possible kind of way with all of the surgeries because of all the judgment that has been passed on to this woman, including from her mother. Okay, this is her 20s and 30s, and now we're looking at cups, and we're looking at the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is about sadness, separation, loss, death, loneliness. And this is how she feels now. I mean, this is really just her life in general, but the card comes out and it's like, this is this woman's life now as it relates to her relationships and people, you know, just feeling the Five of Cups, just feeling sadness and separation in relationships, in family dynamics. It's just it's tough for her. And so then enters, and you see the person looking in the mirror and they have no reflection, but she's always looking in the mirror. And that's representative of her image of herself, of her body, of her face, everything. She doesn't like what she sees ever because of what happened in her life here. Now, this is what her adult life will look like. Okay, so now we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is partnerships, it's riches, but it's also discontent, hollow success. And you know, when I said the word hollow, I felt like saying that her nose is hollow, like she's going to have a lot of health issues because of all the surgery. She's not really, she has somewhat of an awareness of that, but she's just thinking about today and not tomorrow. She doesn't care. So that Two of Wands in her adult life is, well, she'll have some money, but she will be discontent. And all of the successes, the hollow successes, comes from how she has felt all her life, just hollow, just empty, sad. It's sad. It's pathetic is what I'm hearing. And she fusses and fights with family members, and you know, people pick, and so she picks. It's just a lot of that going on. Okay, this is her future. Okay, her future is Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is a young person, and they're enthusiastic, and they're impulsive. They have good intentions, and they just enjoy their life. And for me, what I see is, this is what she is, because the Page is young and she's looking back on her life. And even though her life was and is a tragic story, it's a tragic love story, it's a tragic family story, she's looking back on it like, I wish I had those times back then when I was at least getting attention and this, that, and the other. And now I'm just, well, I'm withering away. I'm diseased. I have all kinds of health problems. I can't walk. I'm having trouble in all areas of my life. I don't have love in my life. It's a sad existence. It's got me just exhausted from even talking about it. Okay, now we're going to pull a card on her mother, father, and we'll delve a little more into those romantic relationships. Okay, so this is the mother, this was her father, and this is representative of her romantic relationships. Okay, so her mother is the moon. And if you listen to the reading that I did about the Witch's Brew, Kris Jenner, the Witch's Brew, which I'm going to attach to the end of this video so you can just click on it. The moon makes perfect sense as it relates to the mother, because the moon is about bad energy. It's danger, it's deception, false friends, fears. All is just terrible. This is the mother. That is the mother. That is Kris Jenner. That is represented. Okay, now we have the father. And this was her blood father, and that's King of Pentacles. But it would also represent the woman that that Kris Jenner married, Bruce Jenner. That's now, I can't think of the name that they're call themselves now because they are trans, but they represented the King of Pentacles, and they represented a comfortable life, a comfortable, safe home environment. Well, as safe as it could be. It didn't mean that she wouldn't be ridiculed, because she was going to get that. But the father loved, and I'm hearing loved Khloe very much. For some reason, he honed in on her quite a bit. Okay, and this is her romantic relationships. And it's the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is, well, they're friendly, they're ambitious, they're sexy, they're beautiful. Now, this is representative of what she is striving to achieve as it relates to romance, because she doesn't view herself as the Queen of Wands. That's what's interesting. She doesn't view herself as a friendly, well, not so much friendly or not ambitious, or anyone with leadership qualities, or anyone sexy or beautiful. This is what she longs to be, which is why she's constantly out there tweaking and making changes. And every time you see her, she looks different, or her nose is smaller, her hips are, or her behind is larger, and her lips are fuller. You know, it's all of those things that she has managed to try to create a completely different look to turn into the Queen of Wands, which is an image that she believes the world wants because of everything that she experienced in her childhood, and from that mother who represents the moon, who had nothing good to say to her daughter until this day doesn't have anything good to say. So that's a tough read, but that's it. That's Khloe Kardashian's past, present, and future. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and leave a comment below and tell me what you think about this video. And if you like what I do, consider buying me a coffee, and that will be in the description box below. Until next time, you take good care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.